Alright, so we're live on both TikTok and YouTube. Opposite ends of the table. Similar to yesterday's live, just doing a live practice session. And I'll hopefully get a match organised for later on this week. Yeah, let's go. Do this. That didn't work. Cool. How are we doing, mate? You alright? Start with a line drill today, why not? It's a good start. We'll start again until we get, we'll do this one until we get it, basically. Best configuration for a decent cue. Depends what level you're playing at, really. I've got the links to the cues that I recommend in my bio. But whether they're the ones for you, depends if you play at an intermediate level or a beginner level, really, or an advanced level. Right, I'm just kind of potting balls now. I'm not really doing this in order. Tip size again is personal preference. You're probably going to look at between, say, 7.5 to 10, 7.5 to 10 mil in English pool, typically. Appreciate the gifts there, 8 ball finesse. Looking forward to the sixth, mate. Nearly. Alright. Welcome, guys. Missing rack after rack. So the most I've ever done that with is 10 racks. Back to back. Where I've had 10 break dishes in a row. But I've done it like, I've done 4 multiple times, 3 multiple times, 5 maybe a couple of times. I don't think I've ever had 6 in a row. I don't think I've ever had 7, 8, 9, but I have had 10, if that makes sense. So it's like, yeah. Obviously, that means I've had 9 in a row, but that wasn't how many I had total. All right, so warmed up. Let's get into it. Let's try and break and get some clearances. Wrong side. Decided to start breaking over on the right from now, but we'll see if it makes any difference. Still getting used to the cue. The splits are just so much better. It's not even a competition. All right. Can we see the tip on the break cue? Maybe at the end of the live, if you remind me to, I'll show you. All right, difficult one here. Can't really go yellows because I don't have a ball to go for. Difficult first red. I'll play that. I'm not sure it will go in that direction, but if I can hit this yellow or this red and just free this red up, that would be ideal. Trying to kind of get it to go past the black, but I've got a feeling I'm probably going to be hitting this red instead of going over that far to the right. Oh, come on. How do you get through that gap? That is mental how that's gone through there. Anyway, we move on. All right, this is now a really tricky finish, although I've got to play this, I've got to break this problem ball out. So I've got to play this ball to try and go into that yellow. Ideally, leave myself that at worst, but it's probably going to be tricky too. I mean, lucky, unlucky, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have anything I can go for, which is just fantastic. This is a practice rack. The first frame's always a practice, right? Let's try and get one down here then. No. So we're not counting that one because it was practice. How are we doing, Si? Good to see you, mate. I was going to suggest playing tonight. I don't know if you're here, but I only think I could probably play for 2 hours max tonight. Might even be less than that. Alright, so we're starting count from now. So we're going to try and get clearances from the break from now. Let's get this break fire in as well. So, similar to yesterday at the start. Yeah, it's the issue, mate, is I don't know. Hang on, let me try and get these reds first. Do I want to go reds? No, not really. Do I want to go yellows? Not really. Because I know I want to play more than that, but I really shouldn't. Right, they're both a... Oh, now then, that's a plant. That's making me want to go yellows, so I'm going to go yellows because I can plant those. Just free those two up a little bit. They were a little bit kind of on top of each other. Alright, so do I play the plant or do I try and get into this position? Because I have the angle to do that on this ball, but don't know if I want to play this ball without guaranteeing that I can break this ball out. Whereas if I land here, I can play a plant and I'm not worried about anything. Pop this and leave something, I don't know. So if I can screw into this red, that would be ideal. Don't know if I can get the grip, but I'm going to try. Yeah, I didn't think I could. And now we're all out of position, which is just fantastic. Oh, I knew I couldn't hold on that red. I'll try and play that, but then I'll strand this yellow. What am I doing? Right, I'm going to try and play this yellow off this yellow and in, but then it strands this yellow, so it's pretty much pointless. The goal will be to screw into this yellow and move it. What I'm talking about, I can't do that. Got to play topspin. Oh, it freed everything up. Well, that was lucky. This is still a difficult shot, but it's a bit fortunate to free everything up. I think I like back-to-back doubles. Maybe. I don't need to play doubles, but I like the look of a back-to-back double. Cut that now, I think. We're in a bit of a better position. It's missable, but should be getting these. Okay, that red, is the red in the way? No, I should be able to avoid it, I hope. Bit of right hand side. Alright, we're 1 and 1. No, but it was lucky to break out. I called the shot, but the luck comes from me breaking out the yellow that I thought was going to be left stranded, the one that was tied onto the red. I didn't think it was going to hit that yellow and break it out, so a little bit fortunate in that sense. You don't know Oasis getting back together. Why do you think Oasis are playing on my TikTok channel right now? Got to do what everyone's doing, haven't I? How are we doing, guys? Good to see you. Brett, Base Doings, how are you? All right, let's go again. So we're 1 and 0, same as yesterday. The first frame was a clearance on the break. That's good. Speed challenge, maybe later in the live. Right now I'm just trying to break and clear the table. I don't really want to be sweating this early on. Come on, balls, sit. Probably won't break very well, but we'll give it a go. Let's get that scoreboard up. I mean, cue ball again, tied on this bottom rail. I want it to get to this bottom rail, but I also want it to like pop forward so it's not stuck on it. Yeah, unless it's a... I do want to think about where the ball's going to go in from a cannon, but if the pot is very difficult and you overthink that, it's going to be something you're going to miss. That's the reason why I didn't think where that yellow was going to end up, is because that was just a difficult pot, so all my focus was on the pot. I can't go reds, and I've got a difficult yellow here first. If I make this, there's a small chance I get a clearance, but it's not really one that I think I'll get. We've got the first yellow, so that's the most important thing. Now the problem yellows, there's just too many to think about. This is the worst yellow on the table. These two look bad, but if you can land here, you can play that one, go into the red and play that one long. This one isn't great. Like really all of the yellows apart from this one and this one are bad. But we'll see what we can do. The first one, because this is the worst one, I'm going to play this and screw back to here to play that and get it out of the way, and then hopefully leave something on this to be able to figure out. If I can get to there, there's a chance I might be able to finish. It's a 10% chance of a clearance right now. That needs to bounce. Again, just stuck on this rail. Annoying. Exactly the same as the first shot, even, in fact, even harder. All right, so, okay, I've got an angle on this yellow. And if I can avoid that red and screw here, avoid the yellow on the way back and land there, I'd be in perfect position. It's being able to avoid the red that I don't think I can do, but I'm going to try. If I was like half a centimetre over this way, I'll be able to do it. Okay, I thought I'd go here and there, but I'm in the position I thought I would. And now I'm on this yellow, but it is not, again, it's similar to the two that I've had from there, although an even narrower angle, so it's very much more missable. But I don't need to do much with the cue ball. I should be leaving myself a shot on this one. Okay, and now where's that last yellow? Okay. Don't need to do anything with the cue ball, maybe a bit of topspin. Top left. And I knew I was going to miss that because I've put top left on it, my worst spin. I hate playing rail shots with any kind of top left or right. It's a shot that I just don't see correctly. And I don't practice enough. That's what I would say. Anyway, 1 and 1. Should be 2 and 0, but 1 and 1. Again, if you guys got any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best answering them. That is the first miss of the night. That I'm counting anyway. We've got 730 of you watching on YouTube. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. 215 of you watching on TikTok. Very much appreciated. Aspired to be this good, mate. I'm not that good. You should watch the pros. The pros are a different level. Right. Let's go. You're not playing anyone tonight? No, not tonight. Hopefully later in the week. What size is the table? 7 foot by 4 foot. Neat triangle. Thank you. You can get it in the link tree, which is in my YouTube bio. Wow. Okay, I was going to say that would have been shocking if that hadn't gone down. Right, you're at the table. Reds or yellows? What colour are you going? It's an open table. Bear in mind. Reds or yellows, and then I'll tell you what I would do and why I wouldn't do one or the other. Any recommendations on a beginner pool stick? Yes. The beginner pool cue that I recommend is the Ultimate Pool Master Cue. The link to it is in the link tree in my YouTube bio. And you get a small discount if you order it from the link in my bio. Alright, so let's look at the balls and which ones are the problem balls. So, every ball has a pocket, so you could go either, it's what you fancy. With yellows, this ball doesn't look great because it doesn't go in there, but it does go in here, and you've got the perfect first ball to topspin through to land on it if you decide to take yellows. I don't love, because this is probably your first red, it has to be. From there, what do? Like, you're kind of forced to maybe play this one. You can't play one of these two, really. Or can you? Like, basically, the reason why I'm not going to go reds is because of this yellow. These 3 yellows kind of make this red, and this red just a little bit awkward. Whereas these 2 reds and this red don't really affect what these 3 yellows are doing. So for that reason, I'm going to go yellows. The exact order, let's see if we can figure out an order with these balls. Okay, so I'm going to play this one first. That one first. I'm just going to topspin through to there. Play this one second, and that is missable playing it slow. This one second. This one third. Land on the worst ball on the table for me, which is this one, because I just don't like rail shots. Or do I saying that. Could play that one. No, I'll play this one. Screw back to here. Play this one, this one, this one, and then finish with the black in the corner from that ball, which will be last. Again, the first ball is missable, so we'll see. Okay, so I'm looking now for my angle on this next yellow, which ideally is there, because I want to be able to bounce off the cushion and go back. If I'm there, too straight, I'm not going to get close to that ball there. So I want to be high on this yellow. Okay, so I've got the angle to go up and get close to that yellow. I want to be relatively straight on it, but I don't want to be too straight that I end up with the cue ball on the cushion. Ideally, I'm like there, or say there, so I can just screw back and get like here, away from the cushion slightly. So a bit of left-hand side on this yellow, take it closer to the cushion. And I can play this with a little bit of backspin, and I know, bottom right really, and I know I should hopefully leave that ball straight. Okay, didn't really get into the cue ball, and now it's an issue. Because I'm not straight, the pattern has to change. I can still pop this to the middle, but the finish now becomes me getting here and playing that ball before this ball. All because I'm not straight on this yellow. In fact, I'm going to top spin and come back to there, I think. Right, well, I'm not used to the speed of the cloth apparently. Am I on this yellow? Not really. Not in the way that I can make this last yellow super easy. Could pop the other yellow first, but then I'll risk being snookered. Just going to sacrifice, swerving to play that, going to sacrifice a difficult shot in that corner. And what I haven't looked at the angle, but I'm hoping I can use the red to stop the cue ball from the black. I can, but I need to make sure I don't hit this left side of this red, because that cue ball could easily go in there. Difficult shot, if I make it, should have the finish. I use that red to hold the cue ball. There in the end. So a little recovery, couple of recovery shots required there, just because I was maybe 2 inches out of position on that third to last yellow. But as long as you've got those recovery shots in your locker, then you should hopefully be getting clearance. I think one of the biggest issues that beginners make is, or intermediate players who are borderline advanced, is they'll make a mistake like that and really panic and think it's like the worst thing in the world, and then they'll put loads of pressure on themselves to make that next shot. I do it sometimes, but I've kind of like started to practice like a positive mindset when I make like a small positional mistake like I did on that yellow. So that's definitely the best way to go. Okay. All right, that is 2-1 so far, and again, same as yesterday. 2 clearances, 1 missed clearance. It should be 3, but it is what it is. Okay, 2-1. So we had plenty of balls there, but that wasn't a great break in terms of the contact. Like I said, potted balls, so that's the most important thing. All right, you are at the table. What colour are you going? And I'll let you know what I would do. Are you going reds or yellows? Neither are super easy, but there's probably one you would go in instead of the other. And remember, just because a ball has less balls, so there's less reds than there is yellows, doesn't necessarily mean it's easier. Often it's a case that the ball that there is more of is the easier ball. This is not a super easy finish for either colour. Okay, so if it were me personally, if I'm in a match, I'm probably going to take yellows. The main reason why, I just don't love this red. Could play it first, could I? Saying that, oh man, you could go reds. I think both are gettable, that's what I think. The natural order for yellows is going to be 1 to there, 2 to there, 3 to there. This ball goes 4th, but this is the one that's missable to land here for this one 5th, 6th, and then just screw back for the black into the corner. With reds, you would take this ball first because it's the worst red, come around 2 cushions, and if you can land here, then you've got this one 2nd, this one 3rd, and then arguably the next hardest red, which is this one 4th, and then you're leaving yourself that red last for the black. So I'm going to go reds. Actually, I'm going to go back and say I'm going to go reds because I think I can get them, whereas I'm not too confident on this ball on yellows. I'm going to miss this ball now. I've said all that spiel. Okay. I might be wrong side of this red now. Yeah, I'm going to be coming wrong side, so I'm going to go there, and I'm going to play this position for this ball, then play this ball next. So a bit of, again, top left, my worst type of spin. Ugh, not a great leave. Cue ball needed to be 2 inches higher so I can get away from the cushion. But right now I'm going to be basically playing a very difficult shot. I've already had like 3 or 4 of this type of shot today, where I'm going to be playing from the rail to that middle pocket. Float this in. It's a difficult shot, but if it goes, I should be leaving a fairly difficult cut on that, but I don't think I'll be hampered by the yellows. I like to think I kind of have the gap. Okay. And then just come off the cushion and leave the black. So I was saying how I'm not hampered by the yellows, that's what I meant. Cool. Alright. 3 out of 4. So again, that's why I went reds. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I don't ever do this, but here's what I'm going to do. The black was on its spot. The cue ball was there. There weren't really reds that could have got in the way. Let's see if I would have got these yellows. And again, this is the shot. I'll tell you what, there was one issue. There was like a red here. So I'm just going to put that there for the sake of this clearance. Yeah, I messed up. I messed up. Playing to the red, maybe? Okay. Alright, so might, I'm not going to say would, might have got the yellows. Try and put the cue ball in one shot here. Wow, that's just a bad miss. Alright, not too worried about that though. Let's crack on. 3-1. So 3 clearances and 1 missed clearance. Okay. Do you think English balls could go the way of numbering the balls like Americans? No. No. Generally, when it comes to English variations of sports, we tend to stay away from the American variations. That's a better break. That's going to be dry as well, and that's probably the best break I've hit today. That's so ironic. First dry break, and it's the best one I've hit today. Cue ball was perfect on that break. All right, that's 3-1. Actually, American pool was created before English pool, but snooker came about before American pool. I forget the order. All right, you're at the table. I would ask you what your options are, but there's only really one, and it's really, really difficult. So we're gonna go reds. Don't think this is like a 20% chance. It's really, these two are like just difficult, man. And this one's like completely stranded, which is just great. Right, I'm going to play this to try and screw into this yellow, because I'm going to try and pop that, and if I can move that red away and leave this, I'll be guaranteeing myself a shot on that at worst. Right, so I've got the angle on this one. Just try and pop into that red. Move it away from that cushion. Do I try and land on it? Do I try and land on it? Yeah. I'm going to try and float into this gap just here. And come back and hit the yellow, it would be absolutely ideal. No, I don't love that. Don't love that. And now this finish is going to be so difficult because effectively this, and this are my last three balls, and that's just awful. I'll try and play one of them now though. No, I really can't. Can't play one of them now. Oh my God, what have I done? Topped way too much into that, so I can't actually see this red, which is terrible. I've got a double on this, but it's very challenging. Might even go off the yellow, don't know. Alright, stop. Dead straight, had to be dead straight, didn't it? If there was any sort of angle, I might be able to get up for that red, but this is plumb straight right now. Very difficult shot. That's the only way, if I land here from this, that's the only way I have a chance to get down for that red. Or do I play a cross double? No. Let's try and somehow manufacture a shot here. Bottom left to screw up table. No. Digging myself a hole. I mean, I was digging myself a hole from the very first shot in this clearance, and now I don't even have a double to the middle because this yellow blocks it. What do I do? I try and come off two cushions here, hit this cushion, cut that, and then somehow fluke that, I don't know. Touch of right hand side on this. Okay, that's one out of two. And now we need a miracle, so appreciate the gift there, CUNKND. I can't double this into any pocket. This is the biggest problem. I can't play a jaws shot, or can I? No. The only real thing I can do is play a kick shot, so I can play this and try and kick into it and get it in there, but that's so difficult, especially because these pockets are quite tight. I know everyone says they play big, but they really don't. The double definitely doesn't go. All right, only thing I can try and do is a kick shot, so let's give it a go. Oh, go in, please. Oh my God, that would have been so nice. Look at the position. Look at the position on the black. If that was on the ultimate pool match table, that might have gone in. Oh, I thought I had it. As soon as I hit it, I thought I had it. All right, so we're on 3 and 2. Looks like it goes. If you mean the double, it definitely didn't. Are there good second-hand pool tables available? Absolutely. Best place is probably Facebook Marketplace. Would be my recommendation. All right, let's go. Let's get a clearance. Can't have back-to-back missed clearances. Let's get a ball on the break first. Alright, so this should be really a 10 out of 10 finish. You're always going to go reds, and it's dot to dot. It's all about just focusing on every shot. That's all you got to do. These two are slightly awkward because that one doesn't quite pass that one. Or does it? Let's have another look. Yeah, it does. Alright, so the order. Ball 1 to there. 2 to there, 3, screw back here, 4, here, 5, don't need to do anything with the cue ball, 6. Easiest clearance I'm going to get today, and I'll probably all mess it up. Okay, more breaks like that, please. If every break is like that, I'll be very happy. Cheers, Matt. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you for the rose. Oh, I didn't see you gave me the rose, but thank you. Your cue carbon fibre, my brake cue is. It's full-size English 8-ball table. It's just small compared to the American table that you're used to. I was going to say this is another 10 out of 10, but that yellow and red, just making things difficult. Right, we're always going to go reds here. I don't want to ask you why do you think that is, because it sounds like you're at school. But here's a question. Why do you think you're always going to go reds here? I'll give you like 10 seconds to answer. I feel like you're back at school. I know that's how it feels right now, but why would you always go reds? Not necessarily more spread out. 3 yellows together, no. Can get on the black, no. Easy to cannon into the yellow. So that's sort of right. Got no yellow to cannon into the problem, that's exactly it, right? So really, all 6 yellows down that end, none of them can really be used accurately to break that bad ball out. Whereas with the reds, if you land, say, here, that ball breaks it out. If you land here, that ball breaks it out, right? So you've got to do really little work to break that red out versus trying to break it out with those 6 yellows. That's why you would always go reds. But you've got to figure out which one's the one that breaks it out. So I'm going to try and do it early, because again, you want to try and break your problem balls out early. I'm going to use that ball, hit this cushion, hope to go into that yellow. This red should move to here. The yellow might tie up the white a little bit, but I should be leaving myself a shot on that. If I miss it, I'm confident I'll probably get another opportunity to break it out. So I'm just going to be focusing on the pot here with a bit of topspin. Okay, so we've broken the problem out and I'm on my ball that I wanted to be on. A little bit hampered by this, but shouldn't be, well, hopefully won't be too much of an issue, but the more I'm looking at it now, the less I like it. Can't cut that ball, can't go for either of these two, so I have to play this ball. But the order, if I get it, becomes 1. Now, let's pop the ball in and see what there is. Wowzers. Knew I'd miss it. Knew I'd miss it. Hamper queuing. Telling myself I was going to bloody miss it. Would have been an easy finish as well. Should be 5-2. It should be 6-1 really. Should be 6-1. Anyway, we'll carry on. We shall carry on. Again, if you guys have got any questions, feel free to ask. What cues should you get? Check out the cues in my bio, that's what I'd say. There's a link tree in my TikTok bio. That's where I suggest you get the cues from. Where should you get a table from? Same answer. Link in my bio. Tell you what doesn't half make a difference is ironing the table. The fact that I've ironed it today, it makes so much difference compared to yesterday. Alright, well, I use a 2-sided triangle so you don't disturb the balls when you move the triangle away from the pack, because the worst thing you can do in regards to the break is have loose balls in a triangle. You want them all to be tight, and that's what the 2-sided triangle does. Again, if you're interested in that, link in my bio. Right. Right, what colour are you going here, reds or yellows? There's only one answer. I don't have a red that I can go for. Although I probably would prefer reds if I could see one right now. I can't go reds. This ball is awful, but you could potentially break it out if you land in the right position. But yeah, unless I double that. Do I double that? No. The double, if you get that double, it's a strong chance for clearance, but no, you're not going to double that. We'll go yellows and try and work something out. Okay, so off there, if I can get there, maybe play this one to break it out. Right, so that's where I'm trying to get the cue ball to go, roughly. No. Nowhere near. That was awful. What a terrible shot. Okay. There's one saving grace to this, if I can make the plant. Basically, I can't cut that. I don't like that shot. Could try and hit the edge of that yellow to pot it, but that's just going to send that yellow there and it's not going to do any good. So I've got a plant. I can play this yellow onto this yellow. That yellow will hit this yellow and then go over there somewhere. The cue ball should hit this cushion, and move the black or this yellow and free up that yellow. So that's what I'm going to try and do. It's all about just trying to get the right angle on this plant. Alright, so we got that yellow out. That's the most important thing, right? It's out to an extent. It's still not an easy finish, but it's better than it was. The tricky thing now, the hardest thing is, say I play this ball now, the order that these two go, that's what I'm trying to figure out. This is just, if I land there, I bet this red will get in the way of me trying to get back to here. Could try and play this now, but I don't really want to leave that yellow any longer. Alright, what I'm going to do is play this, ton of right hand side, left hand side, try and throw the cue ball to there, pop that, come up table to pop that, and then finish with the black. Only trouble is this cloth doesn't do well to play in check side. Don't go behind that red, do not go behind that red. I've got too much check side there, which is annoying, because now I've got to play this yellow long, which is really difficult. If I was there, it'd be fine, but I'm just too far over now, too far this way. So I've got to basically leave the cue ball where the yellow is. Think about it. Don't leave it straight, because you'll snook yourself on the yellow. A little bit of topspin. Okay. All I've got to do is focus on the pot. I know that topspin is going to take me past this red and leave me here. Might be hampered by that red, but I'm not worried about that. I'm literally just trying to focus on making this pot. Problem is I've got a radiator directly behind me and a wall, which I hit. So I'm sitting on a radiator playing this shot, just so you know. Miles away. All right. Again, all because I was out of position on the second to last yellow. Oh well. What's that? 4-3? Is that right? 4-3? Does that sound about right? This is going to be a really good split. All right, let's go. That's annoying. It's difficult now, but we're going yellows, I think. First look. Are you a pro or is this just a hobby? No, I'm not a pro. It's just a hobby. Problem with yellows, this ball is so difficult to develop with any of these yellows. Whereas the reds, these reds are actually, I don't know. Like the first, everyone's going to go yellows first shot here because this yellow is easy. But really, this yellow is so difficult to develop. You kind of have to land perfect on this. Or actually, no, you. All right, I mean, we're going yellows because I think there's a higher percentage of getting them out, but not much confidence going into this one. Okay, so I'm getting rid of this problem early. Trying to play that one there. Or do I play this just to? No, I don't mind leaving that. I want to get this problem ball out. Don't know what I'm going to be leaving myself here, if anything. Oh my God, how do you miss that ball? Well, I hit the red because I missed that ball by a country mile. Anyway, 4-2, 4-4. Two really bad ones back to back. That was the worst one of the lot though. So 4 clearances, 4 missed clearances. Okay, let's go again. We got 600 of you watching on YouTube, 160 of you on TikTok. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. There was a way to get those reds out, Thomas, but again, it was tricky. And I think if you get those out, the reds still aren't easy. Whereas if you get that yellow out, the yellows would have been easy. How are you doing, mate? Good to see you. Appreciate that, Thomas. Thanks, mate. All stay spread out. All right, you're at the table. What colour are you going, reds or yellows? How we doing, Window Kid? Good to see you, pal. Famous bend break. Probably the most pointless thing in pool. But, yeah. It's not something that actively helps with anything. Right, you've got to go reds here, but first shot. First shot, eh? What is the first shot? Is it really this ball? I don't like playing this one first. I don't know why. I could try and go into the black and move it a little bit, but alright, let's play this. Let's try and avoid left-hand side again. I bet I throw this thick. I just hate this type of shot. I'm going to leave myself that. Now what? Dead straight on this. Try and get where, right, the black does go past here. So I'm not worried about leaving one of those two last. That one goes next. Alright, I'm going to try and punch up table to about there to have that ball next. That didn't really go anywhere, but not too worried about that. If I could just nudge that yellow. No, because I'll probably snoop myself, but yeah, I'm trying to just punch into the yellow a little bit here. Okay, so I've got a good angle on this red now to really try and get into there. If I go in that middle pocket, I'm going to be so annoyed. But this will leave me a shot on the black, I hope, if I can get away from the cushion after the shot. Right, top spin through to the, God, where have I got to get to here? I've got to get to there. Wow, didn't think I'd need to get that far. I think I'm on it. I think I'm on it. Oh. 5-4. Only reason why I didn't go yellows in that situation is because I didn't have a first yellow. If I'd had a first yellow to go for, I'm 90% sure I probably would have gone yellows, because I like when all the balls are closer together versus the reds where they're all spread out. That's just me though, personal preference. Appreciate the gift there, April Finesse. Oops. Thanks, Carlo. Why do you queue so far off the table? Don't know what you mean. I kind of had to because my hand position had to be on the pocket. Didn't want it as close to the white. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit more consistency today with the breaks. Pretty decent split, not perfect, but it was all right. Do I ever play American pool? No, not really. All right, what colour? I mean, there's no choice. You've got to go yellows. It's all about the first shot. All right, let's see if we can do the order. If I can hit that ball first and just flick that red and land there, I should be able to play. This is probably going to change because I'll guarantee you that first shot. In fact, you play that first shot first. Try and flick this red. All right, that's not enough. Sure. Right, perfect. Okay, so I can play that next to there. Oh God, I've got to be dead straight on that. Again, let's see what it looks like after this. I could play this ball now, but I'm not going to. Thereabouts. Don't like it. Don't like it. Yeah, should be able to still top through and leave myself just a tough shot on this one. All right, on this one. Now the biggest issue is the black. But pop that, get to here. Wait, can I do that? Hang on. Yeah, probably leave something like this on this yellow. Come up to here, pop that yellow, over to here, pop this yellow, and then probably leave the cue ball where the yellow is and play the black in the corner. I might top through if I fancy playing the black into the middle. It's all about the first shot though. Let's get it. So ideally, I kind of want to be roughly where I am now. So top spin on this, get back to pretty much where I am now. Stun over to leave as straight as I can. And then again, I have the option, I can just top forwards, but I don't like playing slow topspin shots, or I can just punch it in with a little bit of backspin and play for the corner. I think I prefer that just because with slow topspin I tend to cue across and I'll probably miss the shot altogether. Kushti. All right, that is 6-4. 6 clearances, 4 missed clearances. Thanks for the gift, Bailey. Cheers, Gary. We've got 740 YouTube viewers. Wow, Bailey, thanks so much for the gifts. Didn't see there were that many. Very much appreciate that. Cheers, mate. All right, let's get another one. Let's see if we can do 3 in a row for the first time tonight. SQ for a beginner recommendation, link is in my bio. Check out the Ultimate Pool Master Q. Again, the link tree is in my bio. If you do get one, I would definitely recommend getting the Master Q bundle because you get a Q case, extensions, and a Q towel as well. So it's like the perfect kind of starter pack, let's say, for a beginner or an intermediate player. That's unlucky. Surely that's unlucky. Well, Meaty, thank you so much for the gift. Very much appreciate that on YouTube. All right, what colour are you guys going? We're going to play from a dry break. From a foul break. There is only really one option here, and it's a I would like to think a 9.5 out of 10. 95% of the time you're going to get this. So what colour are you going? Sorry guys, on TikTok, just had to verify the live. Happens every day. I stream, really annoying. All right, what colour are you going? Look at everyone writing reds. Not for me. No, sir. Too much distance between balls. So, all right, this is the perfect example of what I was saying about 2 racks ago, where I prefer it where all the balls are a little bit closer together. All of the yellows have pockets, all of the reds have pockets. The thing you've got to consider with reds is you're going to have to travel the cue ball more than this distance, where my hands are more than that much, right? Half a metre or a metre or whatever. With the yellows, really, the furthest you need to travel the cue ball between shots, maybe that much, right? So where there's less cue ball travel on yellows, generally means there's more cue ball control. So that's why we're going to go yellows. So first shot, really the only thing that could go wrong with yellows is if I make some silly mistake. But I'll talk you through the pattern on yellows, and then I'll go through a pattern on reds, and you can see the difference in how much more challenging it is to position the cue ball based on distance, right? So with yellows, look how much space, right? The shot is that big, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, if the black goes there, but I might choose a different pocket. With reds, right? So the biggest distance I chose just now was there, and it was that shot, right? With reds, first ball, maybe play that one, right? 1, so that's this big. 2, and now you're having to travel that far. So you've already travelled way more than you would have on any of those yellows to get on this ball, right? And then you've left a longer ball there, and you've left a longer ball there. You've left a long ball there, not long there, but then black in the middle. So every shot on reds is longer and further away than every shot on yellows. So that's the reason why I would say go yellows here. Whew. Bailey, thanks so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. I'm going to mess this up now, but it's the thought that counts. Told you. I told you. Told you I was going to mess this up. Look at this, cue ball now. Now the cue ball's travelling, and this is a problem. All because I got complacent, but again, hopefully, cue ball's still travelling. And when you start to, like now I'm playing long distance, and it's just so much harder. Because you start to make silly errors like this, and that's all because I was out of position by 2 inches on that second shot. Tell you, man, this game just messes with your head. To be fair, I was taking that a little bit. I was too complacent with that shot. Need to get lucky. Yeah. I mean, I've got a shot. That's all I can ask for, really. It's just so lucky. Such a lucky finish if I get this. Didn't deserve that. One bit did not deserve that. But it happens. Again, you've got to play the recovery shots. Don't beat yourself up like I just did. When you start to mess up, just do it. Get it done. How long have we had this table? I've had the table for August 22. Two years now. A while. All right, so we're on 7 clearances from the break. That one was a reverse clearance, but it's still a clearance. How much was the table? Link to it is in my bio. It's about £1,700 delivered. They all count, they do. And I think the thing is with reds, the difference there, if I made that same error with reds, it would have been harder to recover than yellows. Bad cue ball. Bad cue ball, but again, a good split and a ball on the break, so beggars can't be choosers. Right, you're gonna come to the table and this is what you're left with. What colour are you going? How come outdoor tables are more expensive? It's because they're made with a more durable wood, which is more expensive. They're weatherproof, so they have to be made of like, not steel, but they have to be made of good wood, let's say. All right, so let's look at the problem balls. This red isn't great, but it does go into that corner. These two yellows are okay. They're a bit surrounded by these yellows, but they're okay. This is the worst red on the table, but if you play this one first and land there, you're on it, right? And then you can leave maybe that one, whatever. With yellows, this ball is really bad. That ball goes in there, but I do prefer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yellows versus all of the reds, but because of this yellow, I'm tempted to go reds. I think I am going to go reds. Yeah, it makes sense to go reds because as long as I figure out this first problem, then there's a chance I'll clear reds, whereas yellows I have to move something. I don't have to move any reds. Leave that on. This is the red that's going to hopefully get me on this, and this is the last ball, which I don't love, but I think it's natural, that's how it will work out. So basically pop that, if I can leave the cue ball here, if I can make that ball, oh, I need to be able to leave that. I don't know what I'm going to do here. Don't know what I'm going to do. There, that's where I want to be. Just cueing down on it a little bit made it difficult. Bad rack. Bad shot. Thoughts on Simonis 761? Don't know if I've played on it. I played on Strachan 861. I don't know if that's the same thing as, because Simonis is Strachan effectively. I don't know if that's different to 861. What size table? 7 foot by 4 foot if you can fit it in your space. That's if you're playing English ball. Don't get a 6 by 3. Because you won't really get any competitions that play on 6 by 3. And also pubs don't really use 6 by 3. So. But if you've only got space for a 6 by 3, get a 6 by 3. That's definitely the best break I've hit tonight. And look at that. Shock. Give me an easy yellow, please. Give me an easy yellow. I mean, I'll try and get clearance on yellows, but very little confidence with this one. Got to make this first ball. Okay, my confidence has now like gone from a 3 to a 6. So that's good. Where the black's going? The black's going to have to be doubled. This is probably going to have to be last, which I really don't want to do, but it might have to be. So I think this one, that one, that one, that one, this one, get around the back of this yellow, that one, leave a double. The sketchiest pattern ever. try and break the black out with this shot. Could try and break the black out. No, I'm not gonna. Do I try and land on that yellow now? Should, but, and probably would. I'm definitely gonna play the double. Okay, now I've got a choice here. I think it's smart for me to try and either develop this yellow or try and land in behind it now and not play that first. Wrong side. I might have to play short position on this yellow, and then getting back for the black is going to be horrendous. Do I try and aim for this red? It's going to be difficult to say the least. Okay, that's fine. So again, now the issue is, where the hell's the black going? If I can hit this and avoid that red and somehow get up here avoiding reds, I mean, there's always a chance, isn't there? If I don't pop the white, I might be going close to hitting the black, actually, getting it out. No, don't kid yourself. All right, so two choices. I can either play the cue ball straight and try and put it in the black in here, or cross double, which I'm definitely going to do. I'm not a fan of these shots, but got to try and get them. Double kiss is very likely. The double kiss is very likely. That was going in. Should have played it with backspin. Try and get that red, get the cue ball out of the way of it. It's always going to be a double kiss. Come on. Frustrating. That was in. That was in. 7-6. It's catching. The ghost is catching. Break tips. First thing I say is get this break. If you're interested in picking yourself up, the cue that I use to break, the link is in my bio. Other tips, keep the cue flat, follow through with it. Use a hook like this, don't have an open palm bridge because you'll lift up and lose power. And keep the cue parallel to the floor, basically. No, hit it, do something, go in, something go in, red, yellow, go in. Another bad split. All right. Does that yellow go? It might. I don't love it, but it might creep in. And for that reason, I'm 100% going yellows. Alright, this next shot, trying to break this out. Could go straight in off here. No. Wasn't very good. Right, I'll try and break it out now. That was even worse. 7-7, who'd have thought? Serious question I cannot find the answer to. I see that a lot of pros use what seems to be a thinner type of cue stick. That be considered a snooker type cue? No, it's an English pull cue. I use one. The cue is like 9mm. It's different to American cues. American cues vary from around about, like on average, about say 11 to 13 centimeters. Whereas, 11 to 13 mil, not centimeters. Whereas English pull cues tend to be around kind of, you can get as extreme as like 7 to 10, so they're a lot thinner. No, it depends what game you're playing. If you're playing American pool, then it's better to play with an American pool cue. The reason being, the balls are heavier. Yeah, if you're playing English pool, then for 100% you're going to get an English pool cue. And English pool cues are similar in size to snooker cues. They both use the same kind of size balls. All right, reds or yellows? What colour are you going? No worries, man. If you're looking for the best English cues on the market, well, the one that I recommend to beginner players, again, check the link in my bio. I have a really good American cue that I use to break, and again, the link to that is in my bio. You get a discount on either of those if you order them from the link in my bio. All right, so let's look at the problems. This is your problem yellow. Only ball that doesn't really have a pocket, and you're going to have to move it. So for that reason, we're going reds. This red isn't great, but you can land kind of where the black is, and you can cut it, so it's not too bad. Seen or played on the Rasson Apollo? Not yet. One day, hopefully. All right, so there's definitely a pattern here, but what is the pattern? Okay, so I like the idea of playing. Whoa, what is that? Okay, that's the first time I've ever had one of those. Xander, thank you for the Galaxy. I've never, in 2 years, I've never had a no, 2.5. How long has it been? 2 years, 2 months. I've never had a Galaxy on TikTok. I really appreciate that, man. Thanks so much. All right, and the guys throwing roses, Xander as well with the roses. Much appreciate it. It's all going mental on TikTok right now. It's great. And Kieran with the roses. Thank you. All right, let's do a quick pattern just for that Galaxy. Let's do a quick pattern. That red. Get there. This red. I don't like this shot. I think I like getting there because then I can play this ball, right? It's all kicking off on TikTok. It's great to see. There, this shot to there, this shot last, come away from the cushion, bounce to here, play the black in the middle. Let's get the finish. This one's for Xander. Pressure's on now. No! Don't tell me you overhit that. No. Okay, just. What's that 8-ball finesse? Alright, we got there. And that was exactly how I said it would be, so good stuff. Thank you again, Xander. Oh, the next one. Got you, man. Appreciate it. Kieran, thanks so much for the roses. Whoo! The cues, I'll show the specs of the cues at the end of the live if you hang out till then. If you remind me near the end. So it involves taking the camera down. Get this break dish now for a Galaxy. Does a reverse dish count if it's dry? By the way, what is the score? 8-6. 8-6. Money motivated, exactly. Reverse counts. All right, I might just do a dolly break, pot the white so I can put it wherever I want. Time off practicing. Yeah, I took 10 years off from the age of 20 to 30. But other than that, not really. Oh, it's a bad break. Not this one. Not this one. Saying that, I've seen stranger things happen. Thanks again for the gift, Kieran. No, it's all right. I'll get this. There's definitely a finish somewhere, right? Somewhere. There's always a finish. Problem is, this red is in the way of this red going into there. That's the biggest issue. Actually, the biggest issue is that was a bad shot. Okay. Can I just top through and just nudge that red? If I can, it should make that a little bit better. And I'm talking like move it half an inch. No, not that. No, you tied the black up. That was maybe not the wisest shot. Ugh, and I can't reach this ball. Although I do have a spider now. I say a spider, it's just an attachment that goes on one of my spare cues. Oh, God. It's got too much cue. Show it. It's not going to work. Let's put it that way. I'm not even. I can't even look at the ball. What can I do here then, people? What can I do here? What have I got that I can use to manufacture something? Oh, the tip that Simon gave me. Hang on. It's not a foul, by the way. I told you, what did I say? That red would be the issue because it's blocking the shot for this red. That's 100% allowed, yeah. It's part of the game. All right, red, hit yellow, in middle. To be fair, I'm going to sound really confident that I know that that's part of the game. I only found that out 2 days ago. Red, off yellow, in. Break the black out. Oh, don't do that. Come on. Oh, dear. All right, that's one re-rack allowed, right? One re-rack allowed. Come on. Last chance. What's the score? 8-7. So close. Just want to get to 9. Let me get to 9. Give me a shot at that 10. Oh my God, another hideous break. Where have these big breaks been all night? Non-existent. Last two have not split at all. I mean, it's not absolutely terrible, but it's not great. Badly need to break that yellow out and leave this one. And then it's out-ish. Still needs landing on. I'm going to try and land on it last. Bloody got her, haven't I? Land on it from that ball. I don't think I can do that. Just top forwards to there. I leave it straight, it should be all right. Should be fine. So that one, screw to there. Pinch in the pocket here, I might even miss this. Tell me that goes. Oh my word, does it? Just. It just goes. Oh. Woohoo. Boom. Save your money, pal. Save your money. Kieran, again, appreciate the roses, man. How many have we got? 770 of you watching me play pool on my own in my living room on YouTube. Great to see. 200 of you watching on TikTok. 900 of you watching me just talk to myself. It's great. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Where's your table? I mean, if you want to buy it, there's a link in my bio if you want to buy it, but otherwise the table was in my living room, if that's what you mean. Oh, there he is. 8-ball finesse with the Galaxy. Second one of the night. Second one I've ever received. Very much appreciate it. Thanks so much, man. Looking forward to having you on the 6th of September. Guys, be sure to hit 8-ball finesse with a follow if you're on TikTok right now. He's going to be playing on my table on the 6th of September. Yeah. It's about 17 foot-ish long. Oh, well, this is a bad break. Again, what's happening with these breaks? Last 3 breaks have been awful. Need to sort it. Yum. All right, the aim of this, pop this ball and hope to have enough power travelling to this ball to maybe get that ball out. No, actually, ignore what I just said. Just break this yellow out. Yeah, because I knew I was just going to miss that yellow. The harder I hit it, the less chance I had of making it. Right, it is 9-8. I've got 2 chances to beat the ghost in a race to 10 for the first time in like 6 months. Whew. Just get a ball down, or don't. Just leave me a clearance. What colour are you going for, reds or yellows? Reds or yellows? I think you've got to go reds. Although there's an argument for yellows because this ball is arguably the worst ball on the table. I'll do that yellow. That's tough. I think you go reds here. Hopefully be able to break that red out with maybe this ball second. This is the challenging shot really on reds. Alright, now hopefully with this angle I should just be able to nudge into that. Or if I can try and play into that yellow, that would be even better. Let's do that. Let's try and hit this yellow. Or let's try and hit that red, you know? The way that I planned originally. What's the finish now then? I think you've got to get on this red from this ball. Because like, there, right? Right. No, let's play this ball first. Try and get there. That one, there, that one, there, that one, that one, and I don't need to do anything with the cue ball, it's just there in the middle. It's all about the first shot. If the first shot goes well, there's a chance. Alright, there's a big chance. Biggest issue here is I don't want to screw back because I risk being hampered on these yellows. So I'm going to sacrifice a tough shot on this second to last red. But if I make this, then it should be fairly routine. Just roll her in. Don't need to do anything. We got there in the end. What was that? 10-8. So the ghost beat the 10-8 it was. So I beat the ghost in a race to 10. So I had 10 clearances from the break and 8 missed balls in 18 frames. Basically in 18 frames I missed 8 shots. So I'm happy with that. Not shit, not one. Yeah, I mean, I've been close to pro status playing on the IPA tour. I don't play on the IPA tour anymore, but I finished ranked 21st on the amateurs on the IPA last season, and top 16 got pro status. So I was close, but even if I'd made professional status, I still wouldn't consider myself a professional player by the standards of like the top professionals. It basically would have been the equivalent of like, no offense, Rusey, but like Plymouth playing Man City. If I was a pro. Rusey, you were the first name that I saw there and the first team that I thought of. Absolutely no offense intended. I'm still going. I don't know why, but still going. So. Thanks, NCFC fan. Appreciate that. Good win the other day against the Saints. Not that I live in Southampton, but I'm not a huge Saints fan. Or is that Notts County? I don't know. What are we doing? We're going Reds, but what are we doing? What's the order? Come up with a really strange plant, just for a strange pattern, just for a laugh. All right, first shot, red onto red. Leave the cue ball there. Second shot, that one to there. This pattern's going to make no sense. That one, that one, that one. Do something with the last 2 reds and then pop the black. Easy. I said do something fancy with the last 2 red. I'll just go in. Oh, were you kidding? Alright, we're going yellows. Let's Let's get a clearance with the yellow, see what happens. Stood up straight, by the way. I'm going to get down on any of these shots. Every single one I'm going to stand up as straight as I can. Okay, that's why you should get down on your shots. Get down on your shots. Get down on it. Get down on it. Thanks so much for the gifts, Evan, on TikTok. Ooh, bad miss. As you can tell, kind of getting to the end of the live now. But I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Wow, 100 of those GG things. Thanks so much, man. Had a field day with the gifts. Yeah, it's been awesome tonight. This is probably the highest gift amount I've had on TikTok in a very, very long time. And I had a new sub, Bailey. Very much appreciated. Absolutely with the Galaxy. Legend. Cue ball as well. I'll go in. All right, any requests? Any requests? 2 balls in 1 shot. Joking. You are joking. Let's do the same thing, but we'll pop the black. Pop the black and the red in 1 shot. Pushed it. 6 reds. Don't know if I've got the energy for any 6 red shootouts. Don't know if I've got the energy for it. Tell you what, let's do something I couldn't do yesterday because I just didn't have the focus. Clearance with the rest. That rest is awful, but it's not a rest, it's just a thing that you attach on the end of a regular cue. But I'll give it a go. Not the break though, I'll break regularly and then I'll get the rest out for every other shot. How the hell are you going to get a rest out for this? Alright, let me pop 1 ball first. 1 ball where that cue ball is not stuck on that cushion. Cushion, big bounce. What can you even go for? How am I back here? This is not what I asked for. Oh my god. Can you tell this is not meant for this? In fact, I might have to. No, even that cue's too big. This is just not good. Cue's too small. Alright, let's use a pub bat. This is a proper pub cue. And it's still, half the cue is sticking through the blooming rest. What the fuck? I'll give up. I'm just going to pop this and then do it. Right, let's go. Clearance with a rest. How? How? God, 2 cues pointing at the ball, for God's sake. No foul. Didn't hit that red. If only you can see how far away I am from the table right now. God, this is like this is like Bambi on ice. Oh, it's close. Let's get these reds as well. Hello. I'm finishing the live, guys, just so you know, in about 5 minutes. Hope everyone's good. Welcome to people who've just tuned in. Sorry guys, not sure what happened there. First time we've had issues tonight. Bit annoying. Right, where's that rest gone? I feel like I can't play without it now. It's a much needed piece of kit. Ugh. This is not my bag. Not my bag playing with the rest. Float it in midair. Cool. All right, I think I'm done using the rest. I'm over it. All right, quick double on the black. Boom, treble, something cool. Any questions, guys? Feel free to ask. I am done for the night, though. I beat the ghost 10-8 tonight. Remember to like the stream. Thank you so much, Thomas. I agree. Remember to like the stream. Thank you guys on TikTok who sent all the gifts tonight. Xavier, was it? Xander and 8-Ball Finesse, specifically for the Galaxies. First time ever I've got Galaxies on my TikTok. Much appreciated. That's not going to go in. Awful. And Bailey, thank you so much for subscribing, my friend. What time am I going to be live tomorrow? I don't know about tomorrow night yet. If I do, it will be around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming he's very good looking, so I appreciate your comment. I appreciate your... Go away. I appreciate your kind words. You earned... Good one. Thanks, man. Oh, he's a handsome guy, obviously. I mean, come on. That goes without saying, my friend. So annoying. To be fair, I'd be pretty offended if you would say that he's an absolute ugger. But, you know. See you in 11 days. Yes, bud. Have a good one. I've forgotten the name. What was it? How ridiculous. What was the actual person's name? I forget. Why is this not going in? Why is it not going in? Why do you use the plastic sheet to break? Because it protects my table when I break. What cue do you use? How ridiculous. Stanford is his name. I shall look it up. You answered me, but what case do you use and what case? Oh, not cue, sorry. So I personally play with a cue that I've had since I was 18, but the cue that I recommend is in the link in my bio. So be sure to check that out. Why can't I pop this back? What is... Tell you what, before I go, let's try and do 6 reds over pockets in as few shots as possible. Cheers, Bailey, much appreciated. I am going to do this before I go. One time, let's see if we can do it in 3 shots or less. 3 or less, I'm only going to do it once. Pot all 6 balls in 3 shots or less. Ugh, terrible. Cool, got that. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. Much appreciate it, much appreciate, like I said, the gifts, all the comments, everything. See you later, Bailey. Just going to pack up now for those of you who wanted to see my cues. So this is the cue I used to break. This is the SV1 Ghost Edition by Q-Tech, Synergy Ghost Edition by Q-Tech. This is what I used to break, and it's made a big difference, I would say, to my splits. Today was probably the best I've broken with it so far, but it's still not perfect. Starting to get a few more balls down, but the splits are just ridiculous compared to what they used to be, which is good. I think they started to tie up at the end. I wasn't getting as good at ones, but I think that was more to do with the pack, not the actual triangle, not the cue as such. Unknown, thank you for the gift. Yeah, if you've got, like I said, any questions about the cues that I recommend, feel free to ask. In fact, I'll do this side, because then I can answer questions at the same time. Start asking questions. No, I don't have an OnlyFans. Only cues. I've thought of like a play on words of OnlyFans. That'd be great. Imagine that, just flans. But something like only plans, where it's like planning a route. So like patterns, but it doesn't really work because you wouldn't call a pattern a plan. But I found it funny when I said it to myself. What else do I need to do? I need to get my case out. Q-tip. It's packed away now. I can hold it up to the camera. Hold it up to the camera. So that's the break cue. Where are we? Probably not going to focus. If I hold it there, it might. That's the tip on my... Just to give you an idea of the difference in size between English pool and American pool in terms of thickness. Again, don't know if you can tell, but this is a 9mm tip on the left versus a 12mm tip on the right. It's quite a big difference. Doesn't really focus though, so for guys on TikTok who wanted to see that as well. Actually, it's better on TikTok. The lighting's much better. Look at the thickness difference. The American cue on the right, the English cue on the left. It's quite a big difference between the two, for sure. That's the wrong camera. We showed it on both. The break cue. Get yourself a break cue, man. Only one place you need to look for a break cue. Only one place you need to look. Right, so that is me done. What am I packing else? What else am I packing away? Let's turn the scoreboards off. Again, any last second questions, I will answer. No American cues were much thicker. Yeah, they're between kind of 11 and 13mm typically, whereas English pool is between kind of 7 and 10mm. My English pool tip is 9mm, and that's fairly big for an American. Well, like the average is, I'd say, like 8.5. So, cheers, Thomas. Appreciate that. Guys on TikTok, I'll say goodbye to you first. So much appreciate. Oh wow, sorry, drops the camera there. Thanks so much. How many cues? 3. 1, playing, one break, and one backup playing Q. But yeah, thanks so much for your comments and all the gifts tonight. They will pop up on the screen there. Thanks to everyone who tuned in, and I will see you guys on the next one. Guys on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. Cloth type, it is Strachan Superfine. It's a bit worn. Starting to get marks here and here. But you can see where the brake pad has massively helped is I don't really get any like white dots on the table. Don't really have any Q burn. I don't have cloth burn, sorry. Have a good one to you and to the chat. Thanks, Reese. Much appreciate that, mate. Take care, mate. Yeah, Thomas, thanks so much. Night Scareface, thank you. And yeah, thanks again. See all your comments there as you write them. Very much appreciated. I'll probably be back live tomorrow. Maybe, actually, I'm not 100% sure. Definitely in the week, I'll be live about 2 or 3 more times before Friday. So be sure to have your notifications on. And that way you'll be notified when I'm live. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in.